So, you've had One UI 8.5 installed on your device for a while now. You want to know what to do with it. Well, I'm going to show you some ways you can customize One UI 8.5 so you can get the most out of your One UI 8.5 experience. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. One UI 8.5, it's been a great update for the most part. What I want to do today is show you some of the ways you can change and tune your device with new features introduced with the new software. First one is the most obvious place to start. It's the quick panel. I'm going to show you two ways. I'm going to show you the regular stock way with One UI 8.5, and I'm going to show you the way through Good Lock. Starting with the stock way, you jump in and press the little edit icon, and then you got the option to move and change things around. So you can resize toggles now. So you can resize things either into one square, or you can drag them out into two, depending on the toggle as well. So for example, the expanded quick panel area, you can expand it down long ways and you can have it be a bit of a different size, and then you can have it be in that sort of orientation. With things like the brightness slider, you can make them go into vertical or into horizontal, and you can sort of move them up and down as well. And same with the music player, you've got options to, when it's playing music, adjust the size of that as well. When it's not playing music, it will always be this size. You can delete things. So if you didn't want, for example, the modes toggle there, you can remove it, and you can go and add new controls in. When you press the add a control button, it takes you into all of the extra toggles that you can put back in here. So whether you want to bring music share back in and drag that out, or whether you want to go and find a third party one like Google TV, Google Wallet is part of it, Surfshark is part of it if you've got a Surfshark account, and you saw up the top there Amazon Shopping has got one as well. Lots of different toggles that you can re-add and put back into the fray. But that's kind of the customization level you can have at stock. You can go in with Good Lock and Quick Start and customize more. So I'm going to hit done. What I'm going to do is go back and reset the quick panel layout, because I think I'll show you from stock what you can do with Good Lock. So if I go into Good Lock and I go into Quick Start, you'll see the Quick Start, when it's turned on, you've got advanced settings. So if I go into advanced settings, the one that you most likely will want to do the most, say most or more, is resize panel items. When you toggle this on, it says adjust panel items freely. There's another one here, show bar levels, which gives you the option to show the bar levels for the volume and for the brightness slider, but we're not going to focus on that. I don't know why I just went out of that. We're going to focus on this one here. So if I swipe down, go to edit, this is where you have complete control over the toggles themselves. So before you could only do it like this or like that. Now you can make things a lot bigger. So it gives you that flexibility to really control the size of panels. So if I want Wi-Fi and I want Bluetooth to be squares, they're going to be squares. And then the quick panel, I can make that a little square. And if I want to put the brightness toggle a little bit smaller, I can do that as well. So I can put that into there, put that into there. I can have the music panel come along this way. And I use wireless decks a lot, which I'm going to then bring out of here. So I'm going to make that a square. And that's how I want my quick panel to look. Theoretically, I actually probably don't. You have that freedom to literally, when you're editing, select something and make it in whatever size and orientation that you might want it. You've got that freedom with Good Lock and Quick Start being added in. Done. So with the quick panel customized, we're now going to head into the camera. I think the camera is one where you don't think you can customize it, but again, through Good Lock and through Camera Assistant, you absolutely can. So I'm going to go all the way down to Camera Assistant, and down the bottom of Camera Assistant, there's something here called Customize Indicators. So what this will allow me to do is those little indicators that you get up the top of your camera, you can toggle them on or off. So let's just put them all back on as a showcase. So that's how busy it might look if they are all on. So if we go out of Camera Assistant and into the camera, you can see all the indicators up there. The thing with those is if I hit the 4-dot menu, they're all present down here. A lot easier to access as well. All they are really doing up here is acting as indicators. Visibility of what is toggled on, toggled off. But if you don't like that, you can go into Camera Assistant, which we will do, go into the Customize Indicators and toggle them off as we want. And then when you go back into it, they all disappear and you've got a nice clean top of your phone there. It's not just photo mode, it also works in video mode too. So if I go back to camera assistant, back to customized indicators and to video indicators, you can see there's a whole bunch of video ones you can turn off as well. Some of them don't get turned off, they kind of have to stay there. For example, the toggles for log and HDR, they exist because they've been turned on in different parts of the settings, and the resolution is also up there just so you know all the time what you're shooting in. Other than that though, you've got a bit of a cleaner top. That's another way you can customize in One UI 8.5. We're going to continue our good lock theme and we're going to look at Home Up. Home Up's obviously one that we've used quite a lot on this channel as a way of customizing your phone. If I go to Home Up here, you're going to see some extras. It's not huge, but they do make a difference. So if I go into home screen and I go into the folder section, there's now an option where you can customize the folder size. So in this folder section, if I go into large folder, you'll see there's an option here called custom. So this custom folder size means that if I go to a folder and I want to customize the size of it, I have, like the quick panel, freedom to be able to customize the folder to suit the size that I want. And you can kind of just drag it around. You can see all the apps reorganizing as I need to. Cool, right? Like it's just a nice way of being able to customize your folder and change your home screens to be able to suit the size of folder that you want with the icon sizes that you want. There's a lot in here that you can do already. Like in the pop-up folder area too, you've got different sizing that you can have compared with the amount of apps that are in there. This whole section is great. Home Up in general is great. We've got full videos about that on the channel. You can go check them out. But just in the purposes of One UI 8.5, that's something that's new that you can do. Next, I'm going to show you how you can customize Samsung Decks. Because within Samsung Decks, there's actually a lot more that you can do now. You can add in widgets, which is great. It means you can put widgets around on your home screen and give you like desktop look, a bit more of a tablet-like feel, but still kind of have it be in the desktop environment, which is great. And you've got the option to add multiple desktops in. Something we've shown off quite a bit. You can customize your whole Decks experience now to suit how you want to interact with it. Samsung have done a really great job at updating Decks for the first time in, well, forever. Next one we're going to customize is in the gallery. It's not necessarily a customization, but it's allowing you to customize how you store your photos and your memories. You now have something called Private Album, which gives you the option to hide albums behind a locked fingerprint or passcode. So you can see you can unlock it with your fingerprint and you can dive right in here to have sensitive photos and videos hidden in the gallery without other people having access to them. It's real easy to move stuff too. So if I go into the camera here and I want to move these across, I can hit the three-dot menu, hit move to private album, and before you know it, they're out of the camera roll and they are now going to be in the private album hidden behind my fingerprint. Now that was a feature that was part of Gallery Labs, and that's where I head to next, because if I go into the menu and into the settings, if you go to About Gallery and you tap on the version of the gallery a number of times, it will enable Gallery Labs. Then I go into Gallery Labs, and in here you can customize a lot more. There's a lot as you go through here. You can see the previous versions of One UI and the extra toggles and settings that they enable. But for One UI 8 and 8.5, there's one here called Collections. And what this does is it gives you the option to add in optional categories into One UI 8.5's collection tab. So you can add in activity, shot types, and my tags. You hit OK, you get out of it, and then you go into the collections tab. You'll see that has been added in. The activity and the shot types are now part of the collections area. So if you want to search via activity or you want to search via shot type, those are back in there after they were removed from the gallery and the old stories area. And the last theme I'm going to customize is the wallpaper, but not with this traditional wallpaper and theme section where you can change wallpapers and create with AI here. No. I'm going to show you Creative Studio, which allows you to create a wallpaper pretty much of your own thought process. So if I hit create wallpaper here, what you can do is one, you can use the inspiration from your own photos. So if I wanted to create a wallpaper from this photo here, and I could choose the style. I want it to be in a childhood sketch. Cool. Then I can describe what it is I want to do. So I can say, create a breathtaking villa overlooking this view. Hit generate, and now it's going to combine my prompt with the picture and the style that I've chosen and create and generate a wallpaper for me. If you remember the old wallpaper style, it used to have a series of prompts that it generated and you just filled in the gaps. Whereas this is a lot different. This is basically taking your picture, your generation of thought, and putting it together with the style that you've chosen and giving you a picture. And you can see the prompt where it was created a breathtaking villa overlooking this view in the style of a childhood sketch. And that's the picture, and that's what's done. Now I can go back and edit this. So if I didn't want it as a childhood sketch, I wanted it to be a bit more sophisticated, like an oil painting, I can hit generate and I can go through that whole process again. And then at the end of it, it will give me the version of the photo that I've asked for, as opposed to not asking for. Cool. Now you can see the difference between the childhood sketch and the oil painting is great. It's added in the villa. It's still got the sunset. You can see it compared to the photo I've put in. It's definitely inspired by it. But if I still don't like it, I can swipe across, hit generate one more, and it's going to generate one more for me. That's a new way you can create wallpapers in One UI 8.5 using Creative Studio. And then once you've got the wallpaper that you want, you simply just have to hit done, and then it will then apply it for you on the home screen and the lock screen for you to use. Cool. So that's some customization with One UI 8.5. I severely hope that you enjoy and followed along and your phone is now transformed a little bit because of it. Love to hear your thoughts on One UI 8.5 and its customization in the comments below. Hit subscribe to SamMobile TV. Go check us out on all our other platforms, our website as well. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.